Nani, thank you very much for joining us here on Mirror Now. Can I start by asking you a question that is critical to the success of your film? How many interviews have you done so far?
Is it critical?
I don't know. With the speed at which you've been promoting the film, I would think
I lost count.
You lost count?
Yeah.
It must be exhausting, right?
I think my team lost count also. I think nobody knows.
Nobody knows how many interviews.
Yeah.
So we'll just assume this is the 500th interview. Yeah. We'll just assume that.
Let's say.
Oh, let's say. Okay. So, should I start by asking you why Dasara is coming in March? Because that is what your tagline says. And can I just tell you, we were all looking at the teasers that you have put out. My God, the physical transformation is amazing.
This is not this guy.
Yeah, I would have recognized you.
Yeah.
How did that come about?
No, this is me and that's Dharani. So it all depends on the script and the kind of clarity the director has. He gave me a full feed about how he should look and how he should behave, how he should talk. And that made it easier for me to transform.
But the eyes, those are the eyes of a drunken man, a man who's drunk all the time.
Yeah.
So was it, I'm just wondering what your post-shoot schedule was like to come out of that makeup and to come out of that.
That was the most difficult part because to get into the makeup, it used to take an hour and a half or something. And to get out of it, it used to take 2 hours. But in the morning, you have the energy. And all you have to do is you sit and you get the makeup. Evening, you have to scrub yourself, you have to take all the makeup, and it's a full body makeup. So, and by evening, you're already dead tired because of the physical conditions there, the conditions outside on the location. It was extremely taxing because it's full of dust and heat. We shot in summer, it's coal mines backdrop. So, you're already tired by the time they say back up. And then to know that you have 2 hours of taking our makeup, it was like, oh my God, yeah.
So by the end of it, you'd be, thank God, khatam hui film.
Yeah.
You're talking about the physical conditions of working, where you were working. This was a set that was created. You weren't actually shooting at a coal mine. What was that set?
We shot in the coal mine also for few scenes, the actual coal mine. And for the village, which exists in the, adjacent to the coal mine, that whole village we have put a set. In the 22 acres of land, we have put an entire village set. We put railway tracks, we put bogies, we put everything.
So what was the experience like shooting on a set which is close to a coal mine, which is not the most environmentally friendly location to be in?
It is extremely difficult, and I really wondered how they work there, because for 4 or 5 days when we went for one schedule, by the end of it, half of the team fell sick. We couldn't stand the heat, we were dehydrated, our appetite died, and it was like crazy. It was, and it is difficult. You're doing it for the film, and 5 more days or 10 days or 15 days, you're done with this schedule. You will go back home. You don't have to come back to the coal mine. But when you think about the workers who are working there, and to think of that as their life, throughout it is unbelievable. Impossible.
I don't want to slight the conditions in which they live, but I can assure you that there are some months in Delhi where we feel exactly like we are living in coal mines. Yeah, we are choking constantly and falling ill.
Oh yeah, the pollution. I've heard
pollution
about it.
hits headlines all across the world.
Yeah.
Nani, tell us a bit about the film. This is a film that has been directed by a debutante. Was it a bit of a risk? You said, oh Lord, does he even know what he's doing?
No, I think I'm someone there back home there who constantly tried out, debutants once in a while, and all of them are doing extremely well, and they're all very established directors now. So that kind of gives you an extra confidence also. So this was a big project, huge project. It was not like, let's try and see. No, it was, a lot was involved, and I got the best of the technicians, we got the best of the actors, and there was a lot of money being pumped in from the producers also. So I wanted to, cross-check before I jump in, and I did give him one small test to, shoots a couple of scenes from the same film with his camera, with his friends, and asked him to show it to me. It's just to understand, how his visual sense is, how does he extract performances from people, just to understand how he is. But he had blown me away. So that's the day I thought, we're doing the right thing. This is the guy, Dasara is the film.
Okay, so I'll ask you this question just based on the trailer I have seen. And I have not seen the film, no one has seen the film. And I believe all the advance booking is all full up, etc. So congratulations.
Thank you.
The feel, the vibe is KGF. The vibe is also Pushpa. तो didn't you feel यार ये तो
Nothing.
थोड़ा same हो रहा है?
It could be some poster you saw. It could be some teaser. Some because I'm wearing a lungi banyan or because of there is dust you think it is cage. But when you see the film, not even for a single frame in the film, from beginning to end, any film, not these two, you will not remember any other film. You will forget that you're watching a film.
अच्छा.
Yeah. Very confidently I'm saying this. Post 30th you can ask me. Online, my ID's name is Nani.
No, why online? Come again.
Come again to be asked. Okay, done.
We'll be very happy to have you again.
Definitely will come. Yeah.
Talk to me a little about your director. He's a debutant director, right? But he's a guy who has actually lived the story,
yes.
which is where there's a
He's
certain rawness
area.
and honesty in the story.
Correct.
Yeah, go ahead.
He comes from Godarkani, where the Singrani coal mines is where we shot also, which is one of the biggest coal mines. And his father worked in the coal mines as the dumper truck driver, and the way he understands that, the place, the people, their body language, and every small detail is some other level. So these kind of stories, I really believe that in between, when you write write stories between, in the office at some holiday or between four walls, there's a certain cinema and you, there's a certain gap
Distance.
between the reality and the fiction. But these kind of stories cannot be written like that. These come from real life. And the characters, the nuances come from real life, and they feel too real on screen. The kind of impact they leave, nobody can imagine and write those characterizations.
But if it's a lived experience by a director, then for the actor, the entire experience of filming it would be triply intense then. Because just even getting, say for example, the dialect right.
Dialect right, yeah. Dialect was very extremely difficult for me also, and it was his personal experience, but a lot of fiction added to it to make it a cinematic experience. And dialect was a big challenge for us because it was this rural Telangana. I understand Telangana. I speak Telangana also. I am grown up in Telangana. But this rural Telangana, there were so many words which we didn't even know, and the way they say it, there is a certain authenticity. And if you don't get that, then it will look off. And this guy and his team, all are from that area. So for me, to pass them was the biggest test.
The dialect test had to be, you had to go through 10 rounds, you mean?
Yeah, with all of them. And I know for sure if I pass them, there's nobody ever who's going to point out that it is not right. Because nobody can. Because they are the absolute pros at it, and to pass them was like me getting an award already. So it was a challenge, but it was fun also.
Would the audience care if you got your dialect idhar ya udhar? Because I'm wondering.
They might not. Outside Telangana, they might not know. Now, even in Telangana, few parts they might not know. But I don't want to see a Godarkani guy watching a film and saying, no, he didn't get it right. I don't want. When I'm putting that much of effort for a year and a half into a film, and when I know, even when I'm not there, the film is going to stay, and I know that is my work, and it's going to be staying forever as my work, then I want it to be right. I don't want someone to say anything to it someday.
Can I ask you in the teaser, I also see Ravan with 10 heads. Who's the Ravan in the film? Is it you?
To watch the film?
Okay.
There, we're at the release time, yeah.
Okay. We've... Okay, before I go to my next question, can I ask you, is this your pan-India film? Because
I don't like that word.
Yeah, I know, I knew you would say that.
Yeah.
But I'm saying that all Telugu actors now have it. When you were thinking of this film or thinking of shooting this film, because it doesn't look like a small film. It's a massive...
No, yeah, when I thought about the film, we decided that it is not going to be restricted to Telugu. It's going to have a multiple language release.
Why do you think people would resonate with a story in a coal mine?
Because I resonated, because it's alien to me. And it's alien to you. So let's say it's my story, if I understand that word, if I have some basic connection to it and I resonate, I'll not be sure if you'll resonate. For me it is absolutely alien world and I resonated to it. So it is an alien world to you also. Then you will resonate too. You understand what I'm saying? It's as new as for it is to you, it is to me also. So now I can see it from your shoes. I'm not seeing it from my shoes. So I can see it from anyone's shoes because it is new for me also. If for me, if this new thing, this world is new, these people are new, the way they're talking is new, this whole thing is new, and I'm thinking, superb, what a film. Then I believe that this is, and because it's the emotion I'm connecting to, and emotion is same. End of the day, it's our love, friendship, rage, all these emotions are what we feel. Doesn't matter if it's Hindi or Telugu or Tamil or Malayalam or Kannada. So we thought, let's go. This is the film.
तो it has emotion too because the trailer से सिर्फ डिशुम डिशुम दिखता है.
Absolutely.
सिर्फ डिशुम दिख रहा है ट्रेलर से.
नहीं. It is the most emotional, heartwarming mass film.
Okay, Nani, can I ask you this? When I was researching for this interview, I also saw an interview you did with Sadhguru 3 years ago. And you were the one, by the way, asking the questions. And one of the things you ask him is success overrated?
Right.
I'm not sure I was convinced with the answer he gave. I want to ask you what your view is of it.
I think it's overrated.
Why? It's good to be successful, for people to know you, for you to earn money.
Good to be successful, undoubtedly. I also want success. I'm saying it's overrated. What is overrated? It is not what it is. उसका मतलब हुआ कि अगर लेट्स से आप सक्सेस में नहीं हैं, आप जो सक्सेस के बारे में सोचते हैं तब वहाँ रीच होंगे तो पता चलेगा वो नहीं है. What's in your head before you got there, you will realize that it is not that what was in your head. ये कुछ अलग है, तो overrated.
Is that because of the number of sacrifices you have to make along the way?
No, nothing. It is just not what you think it is.
Success is not what we imagine when we are 22 or 23.
Correct.
Right?
Yeah, it's overrated.
You also in that.
So it is not. See, we think it is everything, but once you reach there, you realize it's a small. It's a part of the whole thing. You have this, and you have a lot of other things which you need to balance with it. If you don't have that balance, this is nothing.
You also, in that interview, talk about getting your first paycheck.
Yeah.
4,000 rupees.
Correct.
And you say that nothing gave you more joy than that. So you are earning like 500 times.
Absolutely. I have a 70, 100 crore film which is releasing tomorrow, day after. And so much of appreciation, so much love coming my way. I open my online, people are waiting, advance booking is going mad. And I'm doing very well in life. This many people love me and all that. I still don't feel the high that day I felt on the bike.
Maybe it was the first time, I don't know, we also get, with age we get jaded. I for example,
what I'm saying is not that this is not, I'm saying with this comes a lot of responsibility, comes a lot of stress, comes a lot of other things. At that day, that boy didn't know so much about the world. That boy didn't know the things of hate, things of love. It was all one nice, beautiful dream. And it was all going to be great. And he didn't need so much. He didn't need to match up to expectations of someone. He didn't need to do certain things because he's supposed to. He was just living life in basic, and it is first salary. He just wants to enjoy it with his friends, but too much money. He's feeling too much money.
4,000 rupees is too much. Yeah.
Too much.
Yeah.
Don't know what to do, how to spend this money. Extremely happy, wants to do something for everyone. So I think that is the.
Nani, you started as an assistant director, which means you have risen from the ranks. So from an assistant director, you become an actor, you become a producer.
Yeah, I did RJ, TV host, everything. Yeah.
What's the journey been like? Would you say your journey has been interesting, fun?
I only did things which excite me. I did things which I love, and most of it, acting is my passion. And I'm living my dream every single day.
What about being a producer? Is that living your dream? Because being a producer is very hard.
No,
count every penny, learn to say no.
I'm not really. I started my production saying that this production house will make these unique ideas, will introduce talent, and the kind of satisfaction, content, and that feeling of content what you get when you do that is amazing. So more than producing is not fun, and I'm not a very good producer. I think I end up spending double the money, which my whole team thinks that I'm a terrible producer. But I am doing it for a much bigger reason, and that makes me happy. But what I really enjoy from the heart is acting, to just be part of these different stories, different voices, and every day on location, it's like meditation for me. Between action to cut is the only time I escape into the world I want to live in.
I wonder whether you've seen your interview with Sadhguru on YouTube. I saw it this morning. And you know what the first comment is? The first comment is, my God, look at these South superstars. They are so decent, unlike the ones up north. Do you feel a cultural difference between the north and the south? And I can ask you this question because you've been doing so much promotion now.
I genuinely think there is always taking for grantedness when it comes to our own. Okay, and yeah, it's like you see in now in South, you can see if you really go through my timeline, you'll see a couple of people who will pass a bad comment on me from South itself. So I think we take our own for granted. So I think somebody who commented that also took his own for granted.
Can I ask you why you thought it was again? I'm just coming back to the first, to the first question that I started this interview with. To do this degree of promotion even in North India, what do you hope that achieves?
We have a great. At end of the day, I don't think I cannot work with the set targets for the results. I never did that. What I believe in is once I believe in something, I'll give it my 100%. And this I really believe that Hindi audience will love, Tamil audience will love, Kannada audience will love, Malayalam audience will love. I believed in it, so I'm doing my best. So the result is up to everyone, but my belief is that everyone will love.
Acha, the last film that most of us saw of yours was Jersey. It was a beautiful film. Why do you think the Hindi version didn't work? Because I saw the Hindi version as well. The soul is intact. Huh?
I love it.
Fabulous performances.
Very brilliant.
Why did it not resonate? And that is not the only remake that hasn't resonated or worked well.
Yeah.
Why do you think that happens?
Because it's just the mood of the audience. It's at that moment, I think maybe the audience were more towards the action mood and not in this kind of genre mood. That's all. It happens. It always happens.
Has the audience, according to you, changed? You have now had a long career. Do you feel the audience is now more demanding of its films and actors that you will have to make an effort to pull me out of my house and get me to the studio?
Yes, because there's a great content available everywhere. There's with your remote you get to watch a lot of films. So your average content is not okay. Show me something new. Show me something exciting. They have that right. And when we say audience, it includes us. Includes you, includes me. We are also audience. And do we go to a film if it's average? We don't. So they don't. So it's not separate. It's like simple. If we ask that question to ourselves, we'll have the answer.
Nani, thank you very much for speaking to us. It was so good of you to come to our studios. Thank you very much and all the very best for your film. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.